Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the Gotham City Council. Welcome back to a Schwarbage, a Batman, Batfan, Batreview, Batcast. Uh, I'm Will Clark. Um, I'm the assistant director of the Arkham City project.
I'm Jack. I'm not the assistant director of the Arkham City project.
I'm Bruce Payne. I'm a developer uh, of a small neighborhood adjacent to Arkham City.
Yeah. Hello, Gotham. I have come here today to present with you some information about our recent endeavor. Arkham City. Um, Open for 48 hours, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Hugo Strange would be talking with you, but he is dead, and my
Unfortunately,
superior would be
rest in
telling you
peace.
about it. But Batman karate chopped him so hard his bones dissolved. So I have been tasked with telling you about the Arkham City project and where it went wrong and 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 stuff like that and how we should move forward.
We're really trying to improve for next time, so
Mm-hmm.
any
Mm-hmm.
constructive criticism would be welcome.
I have a question for the council.
Yeah. Shoot.
Um, so you're telling us how it went wrong, but I want you to actually give me a list of bullet points. Where did Arkham City go right, in your opinion? What can we use for next time?
Um. I think one thing. I think what's good. A good thing about Arkham City. A good idea that we had about it was kind of a prison, and
Mm-hmm.
prisons can be good.
Yeah, in many cases. Um, they so the development of Arkham City followed the incident at Arkham Asylum, which followed the incident at Blackgate Penitentiary, which
Yeah.
arguably was the most effective prison that we've had, even though it was susceptible to a break-in and a
Yeah,
takeover.
Bane.
That Bane, yep.
Yeah.
He wasn't
We
even red that time.
that was one of our big things when developing Arkham City was Bane-proof prison. And that is actually the one good thing. It
We
did
got
hold
him.
Bane very
We
efficiently.
got Bane, one of the easiest threats we
Yeah,
had to
got
deal
him.
with.
Yeah, the only person that did escape Arkham City was Black Mask. I've heard.
No, he was stopped by Robin actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he got on a train and he tried to zoom away, but and he technically got out of the wall, but then Robin got him.
And then
Shout
did
out to Robin.
Robin bring him back?
No, because at that point Arkham City had been deactivated or not. That's not a good word for it. But you know,
You know,
Yeah.
you know.
some things went down. Some things went
Yeah,
down.
I mean,
And I do want to reiterate, this was completely okayed by the council, and
yeah.
yeah,
I know this is kind of weird, but I do have a question for you all, members of the Gotham City Council.
yeah.
Why are some of you wearing bird masks?
That's personal.
Oh, okay.
Woo!
If you have any questions about the Arkham City
Woo!
project, I'll gladly answer them. But I guess I'll just start at the beginning. Um, first thing that went wrong, Bruce Wayne showed up. He was right outside the door, and he was like, "Hey guys, this thing sucks. This thing's bad." And we couldn't have that, so we just arrested him and threw him in jail. Um, then he beat up the Penguin and kind of disappeared. We don't know what happened to him after that.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, but he owned the Penguin and his
He
gear.
did.
Absolutely destroyed them. And he
Kind of
did
fucked
so
up the
by
penguin.
pressing the square button to punch
Yep.
them and triangle the counter.
I mean, unless you're not playing on PlayStation.
Which we
Why?
almost we
Yeah,
all
why would
did.
you? Why would you do
I did not think the bit would go on for this long. Do we want to keep this up for the whole episode?
No, we
can't. I didn't know.
We
Like,
can't do
I
it.
didn't know who I was. I didn't have a
Lost yourself.
consistent character in that bit.
I was Bruce Payne, and
You
I
were
didn't
Bruce
know.
Payne?
I didn't know if I was Bruce Wayne undercover or just someone with the fucking name. I didn't make that choice, so it wasn't a very effective bit.
Well, yeah. If you've been able to put it together through our immaculate comedy, we are reviewing Batman: Arkham City in this great episode of this historic podcast.
Yeah, and we are probably going to have to take up 2 episodes because it's a full length game.
It's
And
a
we-
full length game.
And as
Full
you
length game.
as you may know, if you've listened before, we're not really fans of brevity on this show. we like to take our time. So
We are not fans of brevity. That should go on the fucking t-shirts.
yeah,
Merch?
No. No one would buy
No.
that.
it would just be us 3 wearing it.
Wearing Schway Schwarbage t-shirts.
I mean, what do we have on the merch line? We have more like Arkham Shitty.
Yeah, that was something I've been
That's
thinking
a
about.
banger.
I think we should title one of these 2-part episodes Arkham City, more like Arkham Shitty.
Yeah, well, that's the
Um,
thing. We shouldn't. I don't think it would go over very well if we swore in the title.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's the issue.
Not to be a prude.
Keep it clean, keep it
Fuck,
clean.
but anyway.
Do we want to talk about Arkham
Yeah,
City?
Arkham
Yeah.
City.
I
Okay.
Wait,
Let's do an introduction before we get into the weeds.
we did an intro. It was
No,
great.
It
not-
was a fantastic intro.
No, no, it was great. It was great. I'm not disputing that. We need to talk about because Batman: Arkham City is a sequel to another game, which I feel like we need to spend like a
Batman Arkham
Sen-
Origins, yes.
Yeah, Jack, what the fuck are you talking about?
Batman: Arkham Asylum was released in 2009 for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and it's about.
So you've read the
let's-
Wikipedia article.
Let's. I want to give like a 2-sentence summary of Batman: Arkham Asylum so that people aren't confused if they have.
Oh, hold on.
Wait.
In honor of our hatred of being quick, can we try to do a ring story summary of of Arkham Asylum?
You want a one-word story? Arkham
Yeah.
Asylum?
Okay, yeah, I
Okay,
like that, I
okay, yeah,
like
that's
that.
fantastic.
Okay. Me, Jack Quinton, once
There,
Was
a
Asylum,
on
n
Island,
in
Gotham
City,
where
the I almost said the Joker, but that's 2 words.
I
The
Riddler,
know. Was
held
and
set
Batman
set Batman up.
to
solve
All
of
the
riddles. This is not not the main plot. This is a side quest.
it's the most important part of any Arkham game.
It's honestly where all of the time the actual main story might take 4 hours. The 300
Riddler
Riddler
is
trophies
forever.
take 10. It's fucking insane.
So yeah, this part 1 is just going to be us talking about the Riddler side quest.
Yep.
I will do a quick review of every single Riddler trophy.
We have them all ranked.
Do we want to give the Ring story another shot?
Yeah, one more.
'Cause we didn't
one more
explain
shot.
everything.
One more shot. This time, main plot.
Okay.
Brief summary of the main plot.
Okay, Quentin, you started off.
Joker.
Is.
Taking.
Do you say taking?
Yes. Yes.
Uh,
No.
the
Asylum.
Over. Period.
What?
I said over. I said over. I'm
You said
sorry.
over?
Yeah, taking the asylum over.
Okay.
Batman.
Tries.
2.
Stop.
Bane.
No. We can't. We can't.
I.
We can't.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. The Riddler's doing his thing. Batman's fighting Bane. Joker uses Bane's powers to make big men, and he's gonna use the big men to take over all of Gotham. Then he makes himself big, and that makes him very, very sick. On to Arkham City.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Batman
Yeah.
stops him.
Yeah.
And also,
So-
the
Not
from getting
warden,
sick.
the warden of Arkham Asylum is named Quincy Sharp,
And he
True.
becomes the mayor.
and he's crazy.
Yeah, and he's murdering the inmates.
So, real quick, we need to decide because reviewing a game has more. There are more elements than reviewing a comic or a show or a movie, because with the show and movie and comic, there's usually like 2 elements: the story and the visuals. But when you are talking about a game, there is a third element to it, which is the gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
So how are we going to go about tackling this thing?
I have an idea. I think this is the best balance the gameplay is in the Arkham series,
Okay.
and I will explain it because I don't know. Neither of you disagreed or agreed, so I'll just explain it. There's 3 kind of 4 buttons to think about in combat. There's the attack button, there's the counter button, there's the stun button, then there's the gadget button. And you can mix and match these 2 all sorts of fun things. And then there's like enemy varieties and stuff. You gotta stun the armor guys, you gotta dodge away from the knife guys. The shield guys are here to just make the game not fun. Taser guys, you gotta do flips. Yeah. There's also the flip button. That's the other button that you should. There's the 5th button. It's the flip button.
Yeah, the flippy button.
So,
Yeah.
so you want to discuss the gameplay right now before we go into the plot or anything?
I feel like we'll have more to say about the rest of the game. Is that fair?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
be honest. I'm gonna come out here and just say it. I don't think that we should do a full plot summary. I think that there's so much that won't be as effective, and we could just assume that people have played this game and go over the
I think-
major story details.
I think we can do like the loose stuff. We don't have to go over
We don't
every
have to-
single enemy encounter.
But I think if we don't summarize it, we will not have enough content. And
Oh
also,
boy,
that's
is
kind
it
of my
time for
thing.
another ring story?
No.
No,
We have to just summarize
That was
this
a failed
regular.
experiment. That was
Regular.
bad.
I'm gonna keep trying to do this.
I think that, I mean, we could summarize, like, okay, we can summarize the side quests with ring stories. How about that?
Okay, that works. for
Yay.
me.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to come out swinging here.
Okay.
Hit me. Hit me with your big
I
swing.
had a not negative overall, but I did not have as much of a magical, whimsical experience with Arkham City this time around as I have had in the past. And guys, I would never in my good review journalistic mind ever consider giving this game a Schwarbage,
Mm-hmm.
Spoilers,
but
but okay.
but I am I didn't have as much fun this time around, which is really weird for me to say because I really do love this game, and I really do love all the content found inside of it. But I had more annoying experiences, more of the problematic elements shot out to me, and
I have two things I want to say in
yeah,
response to that. First of all, do you think that's because you went into this with the thought of I'm reviewing this, I'm not just playing to have fun?
no, I had a very fun, whimsical. I went into it and I was like, I'm gonna play this game, and then maybe I'll just look around, jump in a couple of times, and just look around and do the whole review thing later. It's not like I was
Nice.
gathering footage, but I was trying to have like a good, you know, just straightforward playthrough.
So the other thing I want to say is I kind of agree. I think that the main story, the main campaign of this game struggles on replay because there's some dumb stuff in it, and the major twists of the game like don't do anything on replay. Except for one. I think there's one that's better on a replay, but a lot of the stuff that's like, oh, I bet you didn't see that coming. It's like, well, yeah, but now it's just kind of lame.
Because we have seen it
Yeah.
previously. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you both are coming in with that mindset, so we can have some amount of criticism and some amount of praise. Like, give
Hmm.
a balanced take. But
This is still like top five video games of all time for me.
Yeah.
so I don't know if we said this, but we're no longer talking about Arkham Asylum, right? We're talking about
They figured it out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're talking about
which
City.
They
same
figured it
consoles.
out.
It's on the same consoles. Came out in 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah, except I think City also came out on the Wii U.
It did.
Oh
So did Origins.
So did Origins.
no, we can't talk about Arkham Origins. We gotta save it, guys. We gotta save it.
I'm looking forward to Arkham Origins.
It already came out. What do you mean?
a decade
No, I'm
ago.
looking forward to reviewing Arkham Origins.
Okay. I was like, what? You're just sitting here like, man, I can't wait for Arkham Origins to come out.
Yeah, no. That's actually something that I do want to touch on, and I want to pose you guys a question. Do you guys think that playing through this game is enhanced, or like, I mean, is it enhanced or not enhanced by the fact that we're playing this retrospectively after the series finale has come out, now that Arkham Knight has come out? Do you think that going back and playing City...
What do you mean?
I mean...
The Suicide Squad game's coming out. That's in this universe. For some reason.
For some weird reason, it's a tacked on thing. I don't know. But, like, having Arkham City to compare it to, and, like, all of the stuff... or Knight to compare it to, and having all the stuff that goes on in that story... to like look forward to, one of the things that I found that it kind of trivialized was the death of the Joker.
I disagree. Because I think the only interesting part about the Arkham Knight main story is the whole Joker thing. And would I have preferred them not to do it? Yeah, probably. But do I think it's bad? No. And I don't think that trivializes the death, because it's kind of like this is more kind of like me talking about Night than City, so I'll make it brief. But it's the opposite of like Batman plans for everything and still ends up having to struggle a lot. The Joker plans for nothing, and even though he ended up dead, he ended up still having like a scheme going on he didn't even know about.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a fun little pairing.
I agree that it works really well in Night after the fact, but again, the actual events of City and seeing the death of the Joker is less shocking to me, and it means less to me, the actual scene of it, because I know he then appears in the next game, like his legacy lives on. There's just something so powerful about seeing the end of that relationship and that back and forth and that continuing into Harley Quinn's revenge. I would have liked. Wait, did you sneeze?
I
No,
heard
I
Will
just
snort.
no, I just snorted when you said Harley Quinn's revenge.
What?
We could
Whoa.
talk. We don't have to go into. We don't have to go into Harley Quinn's revenge yet.
We can't do that yet. That has to be like part
Yeah,
two,
no,
I think.
no. That'll be part 2. But I don't know. It's kind of trivialized for me. What I think would have really worked is if one of these games hadn't had the Joker in it at all. Even Origins. If
Even
we just
Origins.
got
Origins had Black Mask in it.
I agree that Joker's overused in the Arkham series. I wish another villain got some more time to shine. And also, I think something that goes with your point, but that you haven't touched on it exactly, maybe you were or weren't thinking of this, is there are some side quests
Yep.
in Arkham's. We can also get to these in part 2. That are set up in Arkham City and then completely let down in
You're
Arkham
so
Knight.
fucking right. You're so right.
Yeah, that one really sucks.
But we can't talk. I feel like we can't talk too much about Arkham Knight because that's not.
That'll be in its own separate review.
Good. Let's not talk about Arkham Knight. Now I want to talk about Batman Beyond.
Oh, okay.
Because Quentin, first of all, I view most of these games as kind of being, even though they do overarch, being mostly self-contained. I don't really feel like Knight affects like my enjoyment of City very much. But also, like, how do you feel about like the Joker gang in Batman Beyond? Because I kind of view that in the same way of like, it's not like the same guy. The guy died, but like his legacy still kind of lives on past him.
Well, I think ideology's living on in other. It's different because Mark Hamill's performance is actually there. We're actually seeing the character, even though he isn't really there. We're still seeing an animated, like, jovial depiction.
Man.
Yeah.
An animated jovial man.
Insane men? But he's there. Seeing somebody else taking up the mantle, like, again, and I'm gonna say it again, don't you fucking laugh at this. But Harley Quinn's Revenge, it's nice because it's like a continuation on through Harley, and it's her doing her own thing, and it's her like mourning and going through that process. And I think it would have been interesting to see Batman doing that. I actually really like the opening sections of Night specifically because it feels so solitary and so like it feels you don't have anybody in your ear like nagging you on. It feels like
you got Alfred.
I mean, you do it. I wouldn't say that he's
I
like.
wouldn't call him nagging. I would not.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what his job is, to nag Batman.
It's a loving nagging, I guess. Well, it depends on if you want to call the Joker as loving. But
The thing is, in all of the games, he has aside from Origins, he has like this very close contact with Joker throughout. I think each game has like this antagonistic figure who enacts the plot of the game. And in the first game, that's Joker, and you can see Batman and the Joker's relationship being like developed and tested, and like you can see them fighting each other and things are happening. And then in this game, you have that with Hugo Strange, but then the Joker gets added into the mix, and I think they both get diluted because of it. I think that also happens in Night, where it's Scarecrow, and he's pushed even further back to give Joker some limelight as an antagonist. Even the finale is completely altered because of that. But like, I'm just saying, I kind of wish when the Joker died here, he had stayed dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and there's really 3 in Arkham Knight, but
Yeah,
again,
Jason
we
Todd.
don't have to delve into that.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna take Jason Todd and all of his Arkham Knight fun and put it in a corner. We've talked about Arkham
Yeah,
Knight for
no
like
more
10
Arkham
minutes
We
Knight.
have talked
our
about Arkham Knight.
Batman
I think
in our Batman Arkham City review. So
we
let's
need to
move on.
we need to start from the start. Like
We do need
we've
to.
given some general thoughts. We've given that. We just need to start explaining what happened in Arkham City.
Okay.
The Penguin.
He's there.
You skipped
You skipped a little bit.
Yeah.
No.
We have to explain.
No.
No,
The
no.
Penguin was in Arkham City before the start of the game. I'm starting with a prelude.
Yeah, but there are other
And
things.
then Bruce Wayne shows up to Arkham City and is like,
We
hey,
don't-
this
we
thing...
haven't explained what Arkham City is.
It's Arkham City.
So
It's a good idea.
Okay. I'm gonna start way back. Going back to Arkham Asylum. So
Yeah, going back to the start of the DC universe.
Jesus.
So there's a caveman. His name is Vandal Savage.
no, back to Arkham. No. Well, we have to talk about Blackgate Penitentiary. Wait, nothing before Blackgate Penitentiary was founded is relevant.
Yeah, exactly. No, but Arkham Asylum, it's been out for a couple of years. And what's this? I don't know if it was a tweet or something else, but the developers of Arkham Asylum said, you haven't found everything yet.
Yeah, they basically called their audience idiots because they hadn't found all of the secrets yet.
Exactly.
Which, if you're taking us 3 as a sample size, their audience is idiots.
How dare you? I'm very smart. I can do
I'm
math.
sorry, yo.
Oh yeah, you're a resident math guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so by a single fan placing 3 explosive gels somewhere on a niche wall and Warden Princey, did I say Princey?
Princey?
Quincy Sharp's office, they managed to find a secret room off the side, and in this room there were maps and diagrams of a project called Arkham City.
And Quincy Sharp was like more like Arkham Shitty.
More like Arkham City.
Boom.
Jack, where does this take them? What gets built after the events of Arkham Asylum?
Well, Quincy Sharp, along with psychiatric genius Hugo Strange, have have had a brilliant idea. What if we put Arkham Asylum, which is an asylum, as you can tell from the name, and Blackgate Penitentiary, which is a more classic style prison, right? And just put everyone from both of those facilities in basically a walled off district of Gotham City. Just put them all in there and just basically just let them do their thing in there. And
exactly.
That's the new prison. Like that's gonna solve crime. That's what. It's a great idea.
It's gonna solve crime. And there is the good residents of Gotham City raise a question. Go, hey, what if the prisoners try to break out? Won't that be bad if they all get out in the middle of the city? And Hugo Strange goes, no. I have a great idea. It's called Protocol 10. If that tries to happen, I'll just kill everyone in the prison. And everyone just went, okay. Good,
Approved.
we like it.
Let's start construction immediately.
Let's go.
So the only people that knew about Protocol 10, not the public,
No,
because the public is
not
very against Arkham City in general.
Not even Batman.
The public is all like Arkham City, more like Arkham Shitty.
Boom.
It's too fucking good. I want to know, what do you guys think? Do you guys think if people had known about Protocol 10, they would have been more or less against the development of Arkham City? If they knew that there was a failsafe?
Listen. I don't want to dunk on the people of Gotham, but like every single time a new vigilante shows up and starts killing criminals, like Rumor in the Batman or Red Hood and anything else, the
Or
public's always
payback.
just like, yeah, this guy's got it. Like it's like, hey, this new guy, like Batman should retire. He's getting all the criminals for real. I think if the public knew, I think like Bruce Wayne and his family would be like, hey, that's not cool, and everyone else would be like, yes, we like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, clearly Hugo Strange felt that he needed to keep it a secret. He at least thought there would be some backlash.
Well, I think it's because he was thinking of Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
But this,
Or-
What do you mean?
Oh.
Did we all just talk at the same time?
Yeah,
I
we
think
did.
so.
Okay. My thing wasn't important or funny, so Quentin, you go, or Jack, or one of you.
Yeah, Quinn, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, or who he knows is not Batman, but actually his secret identity,
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne.
Mr. So, Bruce Wayne is very publicly against the whole concept and creation of Arkham City.
Because he's the only smart person in Gotham.
Because
Apparently,
and so he decides to do a rally against Arkham City, and they, as we have said earlier during our funny intro, they just arrested him and put him in Arkham City.
Because
And Hugo
Bruce Wayne
Strange-
was like, he
Go ahead.
was like, I know exactly where to hold my rally. 10 feet in front of the door they take prisoners in. Like, this is where the prisoners get deposited into Arkham City. I'm gonna stand outside of it.
yeah. I think an interesting thing to understanding Arkham City itself is understanding like the architecture and structure of how the inside works.
Mm-hmm.
And who exactly runs each area and how they let them sort of run around, because they don't just let them run around. Well,
Hugo Strange starts giving Joker guns.
well, he was, but that was part of his plan.
Yeah, his plan to make Gotham safe.
What about Tiger?
I feel like it's weird. Like, it should have set up some red flags when Hugo Strange was like, I have my own private security force. And their gimmick is I've based them off of the poem about the tiger. I was like, Why did you do that? That's the
poem?
most supervillain shit you could have done. And he's like, yeah, it's great.
I think me and Jack both have the same question. What's the poem about?
What's the
tiger?
poem? Yeah, elaborate.
I believe they're based off the Lady and the Tiger. Do you know about that?
No.
No.
So okay. So okay. How do I sum this up quick? So basically, there's a dude. He falls in love with a lady, and then he gets in trouble for it. I think the lady might have been a princess, something like that. And then he gets put in an arena, and behind one door is a tiger, and behind the other one is a beautiful woman. But the princess he fell in love with figured out which is which, and then she's like, okay, so either I send my boyfriend to die, or I send him to be with another woman. So, and then she picks one, but it's left ambiguous which one she picks. If she chose for her boyfriend to leave her for another lady, or to get eaten by a tiger. And Hugo Strange chose that as an aesthetic for his fucking security force.
And what does that, like, what does the meaning of that poem have to do with, like, Hugo Strange? Like, why did...
That's a good question.
You know what? That doesn't necessarily reference any of the Hugo Strange stuff, but that does. It's an interesting allegory for stuff that happens in the plot of the game.
Well, yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
is. It's talking about like Talia and Catwoman kind of, but like that. It's the choice Catwoman has to make: is leave Batman to die or send him to go save his girlfriend.
It could also be Batman's choice with the cure.
Yeah, huh? I hadn't thought about that.
It actually. There's a lot of
This
stuff
game got
that
parallels. This game got
There's a
parallels.
lot of stuff.
Huh. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Fucking cool.
Yeah.
Other interesting little tidbits about Tiger. They're
It's a
basing.
security force, by the way, right? That's Hugo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Hugo
Private
Strange's
military.
/ Rachel
Yeah.
Ghoul's private security force.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
There's also, hold on, I just went to double check myself. There is a second poem also called Tiger, and it references both of them. I looked this up.
Tiger.
Yeah, the tiger. We can talk about this next week because I'm reading Tiger right now.
Okay, we'll come up with some analysis next week of the poem. But
Yeah. But this private militant force is actually based off of or out of Arkham Island, which is fucking cool. That's where they hold all their equipment and launch their helicopters and stuff. Yeah, but they work for Hugo Strange, so they're not like good guys.
Well, they're mind controlled.
well, yeah, we'll get to that. They're not acting under their own free will.
Yeah. No, but yeah, he does get busted. Then he gets taken inside of Arkham City.
And when he gets taken in there, he looks around and is like, Arkham City, more like Arkham City.
Boom.
And then the Tiger Guards beat him up.
I want to install an Arkham Shitty mod into the fucking game.
I want to get a soundboard and put more like Arkham Shitty on it, so I can just save my voice and not have to say it every time.
Could we get Kevin Conroy to say more like Arkham Shitty?
No,
Nope.
probably not.
Could we get the guy who played? Wait, let me see. I'm doing my own secret research.
Why did Hugo Strange be like, I have a fun idea? So you know that new prison we're building? How about we make it nursery rhyme themed?
He's just like that. He just is that guy.
He's just a weird guy.
Yeah, Hugo Strange. And he knows Batman's identity.
Yeah, he figured it out because he's very smart.
And so he just decides, like, I'm gonna arrest Bruce Wayne. Like, that'll be pretty funny, I think.
It's a direct quote by him.
No, but it's part of his Protocol 10 plan.
Mm-hmm.
But so he just throws Bruce Wayne in there. Everyone, so the first gameplay of the game is you walking through the entrance.
You gotta protect Jack Ryder from the Penguin goons.
Yeah, famous journalist Jack Ryder is also
this
there.
bothers me so much about the Arkham games. In Arkham Asylum, according to the character bios, Jack Ryder is the Creeper, and then in every other Arkham game, he gets kidnapped. It's like, fucking do Creeper stuff.
Yeah, fuck yes. I would have loved to see the fucking Creeper in there.
They retconned him. They took away his power.
Yeah, they took it away for sure.
In Arkham City, which is more like
Arkham City.
Arkham City.
Imagine the surprise of Hugo Strange. He captures Bruce Wayne and Jack Ryder, and it's like, well, like, Jack Ryder's probably dead, but Bruce Wayne... And then, like, when they get attacked, Jack Ryder's like, I got this. Turns into the Creeper and just busts out of there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there are a bunch of other political prisoners thrown in there, too, such as the aforementioned Jack Ryder.
Mm-hmm.
And
a bunch of people who worked on... Oh, man, my opening bit doesn't work. Because Hugo Strange had everyone who worked for him arrested.
Oh, true.
Oh,
yeah.
We gotta restart the recording, guys.
Okay, that's fine. I remember everything I said, so I could just restate it word for word.
No, I mean, like, we have to do a different bit.
Oh, no.
I mean after that.
Yeah, sure.
We can just all say the same exact thing.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Okay.
So the Penguin, am I right, guys?
No. He sucks. He's a criminal.
Yeah, no. That's a fantastic hot take there, yeah.
Yeah, he's glowing.
You know what? I don't like the Arkham Universe Penguin that much, I don't think.
Wow.
Ooh.
First of all,
Bad take alert.
major complaint. He doesn't have a monocle. Do you know what that thing on his face is?
It's a
It's a glass bottle Batman slammed into his eye that surgeons wouldn't be able to remove without causing permanent damage. So he just keeps it.
But that's kind of
That's
fucking
cool,
awesome
though.
a little bit.
No,
That's cool though.
no. Give him. Like, this Penguin is like, he doesn't commit to anything. He's not a weird, freakish gremlin man. He's not a suave business dude. He's not super, like, bird-like in appearance, but he also doesn't look normal. They didn't even commit to giving him a monocle.
And
It's the worst
for that
version of
reason,
Penguin.
Batman beats him up because the Penguin taunts Bruce. Not Batman. Bruce Wayne. Penguin's
Man.
like,
Yeah,
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne kicks the shit out of him.
And yeah,
True.
I love during this. It's like one of the first actual fights in the game, and you beat up all of his goons and stuff, and then you can choose. you can either just continue forward and like go on with the story, or you can double back and go punch Penguin one more time before you leave. And that I think is great. That's great attention to detail right there.
I always do it. I never spare the Penguin.
These are the real choices that matter in video games. I mean, it's just like...
It's the only choice in the whole Arkham series, besides one other that I just remembered, but it's not important. The only choice is do you kick the shit out of the Penguin a little or a lot?
And what did I did a lot.
Yeah, same.
When did you double back to get the Penguin again?
Yeah, fucking course I did, man.
Okay.
That's not even a choice. That's not even a choice.
The illusion of choice.
Do you guys know who else Corey Burton, Hugo Strange's voice actor, plays?
Corey Burton play.
I've been doing a little bit of research.
Read us some Corey Burton's IMDb.
First things first, Mole from Atlantis, The Lost Empire.
Banger.
It's a cool thing. Cad Bane in the Book of Boba Fett.
Whoa!
Yep.
Okay, hold on. This is gonna be Okay, hold on. Live action Cad Bane's hat was too small.
I didn't watch Book of Boba Fett.
It wasn't great.
You're talking about.
Yeah.
Mostly because of the hat.
Is the hat a subject of controversy, or do people not really?
A lot of people have issue with how Cad Bane looked, but I was the only person I know who was specifically like, the problem is the hat. He had a regular-sized hat. In the cartoon, he had a fucking gigantic, hilarious hat.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, several other things. He played Brainiac in Justice League. He's Zeus in all of the God of War games. He plays
Very interesting, Kratos, my son. I'm going to go build a shitty prison.
How did you know? Holy shit. Now I understand the story of God of War better.
It's a prequel to Arkham City.
It's canon.
Same universe.
He plays Captain Hook in the Epic Mickey games.
Almost bangers.
Almost.
We can't start giving opinions on Epic Mickey because then we're committing.
I didn't say it was Schway. I didn't say it was Shay. I said it was almost a banger.
I'd say it was Schway.
All right, quick.
Well, now we have to do it, Quentin.
Quick vote.
No, wait, no.
That was the whole point.
All right. Yeah, there's a bunch of things in here, but I'm not finding anything like super duper striking. He did play Count Dooku in the Battlefront games.
Huh.
He played Santa Claus in the Nightmare Before Christmas game, Oogie's Revenge, and I'm not sure if he plays him in the movie. I could figure that out, but I mean, he plays him in the
Well,
game.
we've talked about it for a long time.
We
Let's
have.
move on.
Let's move
Yes.
straight ahead to.
Okay.
We just got to the part where Bruce Wayne becomes Batman again.
Yeah, Bruce. We're not gonna go through the whole main story beat by beat. He goes see Catwoman. He's trying to figure out what the fuck Protocol 10 is. He goes sees Joker. He's like, Joker probably knows, right? Joker gets him after you fight Mr. Hammer, who's my icon.
He's awesome. Big guy with a hammer.
Hey, guys, okay, hold on. I know we're trying to do this for the long haul, and this might tear us apart. Are you in the Mr. Hammer gang or the Sickle Squad?
Hammer Gang.
Hammer.
Yeah, same.
Okay, with zero controversy there.
Fuck the Sickle Squad. Actually, let me tell you something. I did a comprehensive boss fights ranking just for this review.
We can talk so
He
much
is-
about that.
Sickle is second to last.
Here's the thing. Sickle is bullshit. For some fucking reason, if you do all like the challenge fights, like post game, like the Riddler's Revenge stuff,
Mhm.
Sickle's attack, it hits in front of him and on the sides for Robin, Batman, and Nightwing. But if you're playing as Catwoman, the hitboxes line up so that he can hit you even when you're standing directly behind him. For some reason, her hitbox is slightly wider right where he swings, and it so like you just have to run away every time he tries to attack.
Yeah.
Oh, that's coming from a true fan. That's like real trivia right there.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Also-
we should definitely. Oh, sorry, Will.
Hold on, I have one more thing that bothers me a lot. Hammer in the comics, Hammer and Sickle are a pair of criminals that, you know, one wields a hammer, one wields a sickle. But they're not conjoined twins. It's a guy and a dude. I think they're brother and sister. I don't know why the game was like, yes, let's make them conjoined twins and big.
I mean,
Put a bit of a spin on it.
yeah, exactly. It made its own character.
I agree, but also, like, if you're gonna do it in the Batman world, you might as well, like, make them conjoined twins of different gender. I know that's not possible, but, like, Mr. Freeze is in this game. Killer Croc's here. Clayface. They would not be the weirdest. It feels weird to be like, we have a great idea. We're gonna take these two characters that no one except Will cares about and make them a little different, but not that much different.
Well, okay. I have an interesting idea there. What they could have done is, so you know how the entire thing is right before the game starts. They were conjoined twins, but then Hush detached them from one another. They could have put a spin on that where it was the brother and the sister, and instead Hush had conjoined them, and that was the like really interesting boss fight for the Hush side quest. I wish that they'd given the side quests more like boss fights and encounters.
What about Deadshot?
Well, you can
Yeah.
You know how I said
don't worry,
Mr.
Tim,
Sickle
there's a
was
great
the
Hush
second to
boss
last?
fight in Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the game, you can find Hammer and Sickle in a room together in the Joker's base, and they've like made friends again, and they're a riddle. You can scan them. You can glitch yourself into that room and do a 2-on-1 fight.
Oh, that's
fuck
kinda
yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
That's-
and then you can't get out of the room. You get soft locked in there after you beat them up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Still
you
cool.
you can't get you're not supposed to be able to do that.
I think when we have finished our brief summary, we should talk about all the boss fights because that's one of the
Absolutely.
most important parts of the game to me.
It's a
Okay,
highlight.
let me keep going. Okay, I'm gonna try to do the rest of the story without leaving out anything important and without getting sidetracked again.
Okay,
It's
We can
unlikely,
get
but I think I
sidetracked.
can do it.
We get sidetracked all the time. If you have to get sidetracked, that's fine.
So Joker has captured Batman, and it's like, hey, I put my blood in you. I'm dying of a disease. I don't know what Protocol 10 is. I don't know why you assumed that. Go get a cure from Mr. Freeze. I think the Penguin kidnapped him.
And
So
Batman's
Batman
also
goes-
dying. not just Joker.
Mhm.
They're both now dying
Yeah,
because
yeah,
he put his
yeah.
blood.
They're all everyone's dying now. So he goes to get the Penguin. Um, he gets there. He saves the police that Gordon sent in undercover to check out the prison. Turns out it was bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
He then goes to fight the Penguin because he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna free Mr. Freeze, and you got his gun. I want that." And then he gets him, and then Penguin's like, "Ha, you gotta fight Solomon Grundy." Batman's like, "Oh, okay." Then Batman kills Solomon Grundy. Um, it's fine. He gets
He
better
gets
later.
he'll come back.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
gets better. It's
That's his
fine.
whole thing.
Then he and Mr. Freeze are like, he's like, "Hey, Mr. Freeze, give me the cure." And Mr. Freeze is like, "Nah, you need the blood of Ra's al Ghul, and I don't know who that is." And Batman's like, "I know who that is." Then he goes to do that. What happens next? Oh yeah, then Robin shows up, and then Robin goes away.
Robin says, "Please, can I help you?" And Batman says, "No, go away."
No.
And he
I don't
goes
think.
away.
Okay, sidetrack number one. This is the one I'll do before finishing. Um, Arkham Batman does not know what a Robin is for. He treats the Robins like they're like
Well,
furniture, like they just make the room cooler wherever they're there. He like never gets help from
he
any
never
of
wants
the
help from them.
Robins.
But just for full context sake, this is Tim Drake Robin. This is the third
Yeah.
Robin. So
So we can
some things
assume
have
Jason
already
Todd.
happened.
What happened to Jason Todd?
Who knows?
Who
But
knows?
also, let me say, if you felt confident enough to get a new Robin, like
Something
use
probably
it.
Use it?
Use it.
It?
Yeah.
So Robin's an it now, huh?
Who got that?
If I'm Batman, he is.
That's true. Well, no, he does. That's the thing. I think he utilizes the Robins just in very unconventional means. Robins.
You mean bad?
Well, Robin's in the fucking city, trying to help out, like delegate, figure out
Yeah.
where the blood was sent.
Right, Joker has
so that
shipped
they-
his blood all across like the
Okay,
hospital.
but let's look at the immediate issue of like Batman is dying, he needs a cure. That's
Yep.
the immediate issue. And he has Robin bring him the line launcher,
Yep.
Yeah, great gadget.
but
We
you
need a
have
gadget
like
ranking.
the Batplane which can airdrop you any gadget you want. It would have been there quicker, and you like either pick one, Batman. Either Robin needs to be working on finding the blood, or he needs to be getting you stuff. Like if he's gonna be getting you stuff, just have him come along.
Okay. But I think that we need to allow the fact that this is a video game and this is not the character of Batman making a conscious decision, but the developers of the game saying we have to establish which Robin.
We would like to introduce Robin.
Yeah, we need an interaction here. Yeah.
Anyway, okay, let me get back. He goes underground. He finds Talia and Ra's al Ghul. He fights Ra's al Ghul. He does a cool fight. It's a cool fight.
Yep.
It involves a lot of sand magic, which is not a thing I knew Ra's al Ghul could do.
He can't. It's just an illusion.
Yeah, but it's. If it's an illusion, how did I get stabbed to death by a Sandman? I'm not Spider-Man. Anyway, that almost became a tangent, but I'm not gonna let it.
He was so close.
He gets the blood. He goes back to Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze is like, I'm not giving you the cure. Then they fight. Then Harley Quinn stole it while he was gone. Then Batman goes to confront Joker. And then Joker detonates a bomb and drops a roof on him. After he has to fight Mr. Hammer again. I skipped over Sickle. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then Talia's like, "Hey Joker, if you don't kill Batman, I'll make you immortal." And Joker's like, "That is awesome." And then Protocol 10 starts happening. That's a thing that's been going on. Then Catwoman, who's been doing her own funny shenanigans the whole game, shows up to save Batman. They high five. Batman then goes to defeat Hugo Strange while Alfred looks for Talia. Hugo Strange explodes. Then Batman goes to fight the Joker. The Joker's like, I'm actually Clayface.
Boom. Big plot reveal. Love that.
Then the
It was
Joker
Clayface the whole
dies.
time.
The real one, not Clayface. Clayface might actually also be dead.
Yep.
I
There's
think he is.
the final boss is Clayface.
It's very unclear if he lives or dies. Technically, the final boss is afterwards when Catwoman goes to get her stuff from Two-Face,
Okay.
and it's very hard for some reason.
Guys, we haven't talked about that yet, but fucking you.
Anyway.
We're doing all content that takes place after the death of the Joker is for episode 2, in my opinion.
Okay, sure. Anyway, we're almost an hour into the recording, and we finally finished the plot synopsis.
Yes. Yep.
Joker dies, Clayface might also be dead, Batman is sad.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of soda.
Yes.
One of you talk
That
about
was
something.
that was an excellent plot summary. Well, thank you.
It was a
Yeah,
fantastic plot
thanks.
summary.
I worked really hard on it.
I know you have.
Guys, can I tell you a secret? Can I tell you a secret?
Tell me a secret.
What?
I have played this game so many, many times. One of my favorite games of all time. I didn't take any notes for this episode.
You know
I
the
took some
game.
notes.
I trust that you know the game. That's very loud sipping. I don't know if you want to edit that out or not.
Nah, I feel like it
Okay.
really holds the... It really brings to life the character of me. Plus, I'm out of soda now, so...
So that's the plot.
Yeah.
I think it's really enjoyable. We mentioned some parallels there. It's one of the better stories I've ever seen about, like, there's so many stories about the relationship between Batman and the Joker. Like, it's like really an overdone trope at this point. But as far as those go, I think this is a very good one, and it's helped by the excellent voice acting of Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill reprising their roles. You know, they got the A-team for this game's voice acting. I really enjoyed the story of this game. Although there are some aspects that are questionable.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any thoughts about the story as a whole they want to share?
I think, listen, a little spoiler for when we talk about boss fights after this.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Freeze, fantastic usage of this character, both in the fight and just kind of narratively. Why did you betray Batman? Batman was like, hey,
Really,
let's get the... He goes, I'll get the cure, then find your wife. And Mr. Freeze goes, deal. Then they get the cure, and Mr. Freeze is like, you haven't found my wife yet. It's like, I'm working on it, man.
really
you
a
not?
baffling plot point every time I play the game.
Yep.
Because they are allies, and then they fight. Like, they're allies they have the same goal, and then they just decide to fight, and then after that they go right back to being allies like they were originally. But it's a great fight, so we don't have to, I get it. It's a video game. They wanted to include
video game.
a boss fight.
Did you guys know that Arkham City is a video game?
Arkham City is a video game with gameplay and game parts.
Okay, listen. Okay, we should go into the boss fight ranking next.
Well,
But before that,
Okay.
I want to do a little thing similar. I'm going to list the list of goons, and I want you guys to tell me which are your favorites in this game.
I like this
So
section.
We got normal goon. Let's give each of these a rating out of 5. How do you guys feel about the normal goon?
3, right in the middle.
Yeah. Can't.
Okay, knife goon.
4. I like the knife goon. I like the special knife takedown.
Mm-hmm.
Improved by from Asylum, I agree with a 4. You can actually just hit them this time around. I
Yeah,
like that.
Asylum knife goon is dumb.
It's stupid.
Annoying.
Bat or pipe goon.
That's a you know what? That's a 2 for me because that's just like they're forgettable. They don't do a lot special. Like, to me, that's just a normal goon. In my
Yeah,
eyes,
which is why I'm going to give them a 3 because they're too similar to the normal goons.
Okay.
It's the same.
Taser goon. or electric staffed goon, or whatever it's called.
Buzzgoon.
The the buzz goon.
The Buzzgoon.
Honestly, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 5 because I can't think of any other goon. Like that's my favorite goon. Fun to fight. You get to flip over them to defeat them. That just makes it fun to go around and do combat when you're flipping over people, and they.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5 because I also really do like it. It's just not my favorite.
Okay, the shield goon. This is my least. I haven't been ranking them, but this is my least favorite.
-3, I would say.
Yeah.
No, they have the most fighting a shield goon. Even if you do everything right, there's like a 35% chance it just won't work.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're extremely frustrating.
Yeah, that's a 1 for me.
Okay. Armor goon.
5. I really just love beating the shit
I love
out
the
of
beat
those
down.
guys.
The beat
It's
down is
so
much fun.
good.
I love it. I give it a 4. Just because it's not my number 1, but I still love it.
Shotgun goon.
3?
Did you guys even know that there are shotgun and assault rifle goons? They're two different.
I'm aware of that, but they just don't, like, you don't interact with them differently enough for it to be pronounced.
Yeah, in my head it's just gun goon.
Yeah. Like
I will say, playing on the harder difficulties, shotgun goons are noticeably more dangerous than normal goons, or from the assault rifle goons, because the assault rifle goons, that you have to stay in their line of sight for a prolonged time for damage to rack up. Shotgun goons just shred your health so quickly.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Since you guys said the gun goon's kind of the same thing, the last one I think armored gun goon.
Huh.
I mean,
So I don't remember. Like, where do those appear? They're not
hardest
very
difficulty new game plus.
oh.
Okay.
You can't stealth. You can't silent take down them.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you have to either detonate like mines in the environment or like use explosive gel, or you have to beat down them. You can only take them out loudly.
Wow.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, they're probably my favorites. They're 5 because that's just like that really. I wish they were in the base game because that really spices up the like the stealth encounters.
Yeah. Okay, so before we do the boss fights, I have one more. I have one more thing that we should talk about. What are your guys' favorite and least favorite dungeons in this game? Like little subsect areas.
Oh, like buildings.
Yeah, my least favorite, the museum. That's my least favorite.
Yeah.
Fuck the museum.
Yeah, the ice isn't fun. It's not. It's not fun to go slow.
Yeah.
And then it went until you get the line launcher. You have to take the dumb boats.
Can we talk about the room with Penguin in the middle and he's just shooting the gun? Yes.
If you slide, you can just go under every shot, so it's not even a challenge. It's just you walking in a circle.
Yep.
I actually did not know that. That's pretty.
Yeah, you can slide under the shots and you can just hold run the whole time and he can't hit you.
That's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Museum does feel like the most filler building. I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean, my favorite is Wonder Tower.
Yeah, that's where you confront Hugo Strange.
Mm-hmm. Where he explodes.
Yes, where he does explode.
See, the thing, I like Wonder Tower, but I think of it more as like a one-off sequence. I think of Wonder Tower the same as I think of like the bridge from Arkham Origins.
Yes.
Which,
Oh yeah,
But is that not a dungeon? Would you say? Because I agree. Like you can't really go back there, but I still think it's awesome. Like the experience of the climbing and the music and the helicopters and the goons and the elevator and other things at Wonder Tower.
no, it's like an
It's really
incredible.
wonderful.
Oh, shut the fuck up! Jesus Christ. It's a nice, straightforward sequence of events. But, like, I think some of the appeal of a dungeon is the ability to, like, go around and make choices. Like, I think the museum is really unique because you can choose the order at which you want to attack it.
Yeah,
Um,
to get because Mr. Freeze's gun, suit, and gun, armor, and himself are all in different rooms.
exactly. So you can like wander into any of those rooms first and have like a unique experience, which I think is really cool. I'd say all of like the straightforward sequences like Wonder Tower, and I'd argue like the subway are very cool because it's just like go through, experience like these really narrow set pieces, and of course you like go back to the subway. But I like that first encounter. It's like nice and narrow and like compact. I think it's the first time um, I really felt anything like harkening back to like Arkham Asylum since the Asylum itself, because it was, it had that nice boxy stealth segment and just like those narrow corridors, and I felt like, going with the train, jumping up on top, going through the rafters, just felt very sneaky. Don't like that part of the game with the fucking with the
I
disruptors.
don't mind the jammers.
I do a lot. I
A
don't
lot
like
of
the
people
first two.
hate that because here's the thing. I hated it on my first one, but I have optimized that. You can do that whole like if you know what you're doing, if you don't have anything going on in your life like me, and you can memorize the fucking jammer sequence, you can do the whole thing in like 3 minutes. You can like get to the jammer before the dialogue about having to go to the jammer is finished.
Wow.
I wish I had
Yeah.
the time to fucking figure that one out. Um,
I did that when I played this game incessantly, like in middle school.
yeah. Yeah, but the areas are really cool. We'll get into like some of the different ones later. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
but now for the boss fights.
Wait. I do want to do. I'm sorry that we keep putting this
No,
off.
no, no.
Jesus.
Everyone gets to do one thing before we
Okay.
do the boss fights.
We've been talking about it here and there. I think we should all give our thoughts on the gameplay in general, like the combat and the predator sections or the stealth sections, as you like.
Mhm.
Just how do they feel to you guys? Like, what do you like about them? Like, just your general thoughts about them, because I think that's important to discuss.
I already said this a little bit earlier, so I'll go. I think the combat, not the predator sections, the punching sections. Um, I think those are the best balanced out of all the Arkham games. Um, Origins, actually, Origins might be better because it's just the same, but with a few more goon varieties. Um, Night is too easy because you can punch grounded enemies,
Yeah.
so there's no longer a concern at keeping up your combo. And Asylums has less variety and is trickier because it's stiffer and has the dumb knife goons.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think like I even doing the very hard challenges, the Joker's Carnival or Joker's Circus, whatever it's called, is so hard, but it's so much fun. But I think this game kind of lacks in the Predator section department. I think it's still good. It's still good, but I think I even prefer the Predator sections in like Asylum or any other game to this one.
I would super duper agree with you. Like there's a lot of experimentation that they do here with the predator sections and like the layouts of the environments. And a lot of it I just don't get down with. It's very samey in a lot of ways. With like the general box section, but with a lot more depth and a lot more like to do and look through and go through. And I feel like they make them so big, um, that it loses focus. Like you can run around in there for like minutes on end, and there's no tension at all, because the areas are so large, and you only throw like 3 or 4 enemies in there.
One issue I think out not in the museum but outside the museum is like one huge Predator section. Like all the goons have guns.
Mhm.
Yep.
And there's one building. It's the building you end up fighting Deadshot on. But when you're not fighting him,
Yes, that building.
there's 6 guys up there, and you just have to go around the
Most
building. Like if you try to
pointless
go,
building.
it's so like there's nothing there. There's not even like a Riddler trophy up there. There's nothing there. There's just 6 guys who will kill you instantly if you even set foot up there.
Wait, isn't there a Riddler trophy up? I think there's a Riddler trophy up there.
Is there a Riddler trophy? There might
there
be.
might be.
In the
There might
vent
be.
underneath, I think.
Oh yes, yes, yes. But you can get that when you do Deadshot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just never. That building. You go near that building so many times in the course of playing the game.
Okay.
If you're like me, at least, I don't know.
Yes. No, no. You're kind of meant to.
It just why. I don't know. I haven't thought about that building like deeply, but it does really bother me.
I have.
It's fucking stupid. Let me tell you, that leads me into another thing. The maneuverability of the map is hindered by one fucking thing. By one thing would have made it so much better. And do you know what that thing is?
What?
Wonder Tower.
Yeah.
If Wonder Tower wasn't there, or at least you could glide over the wall, that would help maneuvering around the map so much for me.
I don't. Once I realized, once I opened up like the tunnel in the subway, it didn't bother me too much, because there's like the subway goes from behind Joker's base to in front of Penguin's, like from the steel mill to the museum. So that ends up being a very efficient way to get around the tower quickly. But even then, it's not like fun.
Yeah, I much prefer gliding than going into the tunnel. It's just so
and
fun
just
to
running
glide
around.
across the rooftops. The map is shaped. If you've never seen the map or played the game, it's shaped like a boomerang, kind of that
Yep.
like goes around Wonder Tower. So if you want to get from one side of the map to the other, you have to like go in that kind of shape.
A thought that I had about traversal in this game was this. It would kind of ruin it if you were allowed to do that thing that you can do in Breath of the Wild, where you can kind of turn on like that mode on the map and see how you've traversed across the map.
Yes.
It would just be a big horseshoe over and over again. And also,
Unless you get all the Riddler trophies, in which case the map will be obscured.
it's fucking all over the place. But I think something that could have solved this potentially is Wonder Tower fucking exploded. Just after
Let me go over it.
Yeah, let us go over it.
I forgot one goon. How do you guys feel about Riddler goons?
5 out of 5.
Press the triangle button.
Awesome.
Um,
Do we want to do bosses now?
yeah, let's talk about bosses.
Boss fight time.
You want to also rank them out of 5, or do you want to like rank
Out
them?
of 10, because they're like
wow.
2 goons together.
Wow. That's bold.
Brave?
It's
And
it's even Beware. Like Beware, like
Batman. Like the Batman.
Yeah. Anyways.
Oh yeah, audience, life update. Since our last recording, I have watched all of Beware the Batman.
oh yeah, that's fucking true.
Why?
Yeah.
Why are you proud of that?
I don't.
Because I'm now the only human being who's ever done it.
I don't think that's true. I don't. That
It's not
can't be true.
Someone's gonna
Name one other person who's watched all of Beware the Batman.
Does that answer your question, Will?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, fuck.
who wants to lead us through the like? I don't know if I have a list of all the bosses. I could probably find one, but does someone have a list of all of them?
I do have it pulled up right here in front of me.
I bet you missed one though.
I did not miss one.
I bet you did.
Lead us
Okay,
through.
well,
Quinn. Lead us through.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna do my list from least to most, and if you guys have any disagreements, you can.
I'll give
fight
my
me.
out of 10. I'll give my out of 10 for each
Yeah,
one.
we'll do our out of 10s.
As you go.
Okay. So at the very bottom, I have Deadshot.
Negative 20.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll give him like a 3. I'll give him like a
A
3.
3?
It's so boring.
Negative 130. It
Arkham
takes all
Origins
of 3 seconds.
Arkham Origins Deadshot fight goes so hard.
It's fucking incredible. It literally blew my mind. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that brings me to a point. I have to admit something. Guys, I played these games wrong. Do
How so?
You forgot
do
to
we
press
want
the
to
triangle button.
No, do we want to go over how at the order in which I played these games because
Oh yes, we've
Oh,
talked
sure.
about
Go,
this.
go.
Yes.
I'm
I
interested.
I did play it Night Asylum City Origins,
Okay.
which
That's fine. You
is
just started with night.
yeah, but the thing about that is I began with the end and then ended
Yes.
with the beginning as far as plot goes. And so it's just
I
I
played
don't
them in release order.
which I probably the way that it should have
Yeah.
happened. Well,
If you're
actually
looking to play these games, play them in release order.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
play Origins first. I think that would be
No,
funny.
no, that's just
No, no,
I don't, I
Jack,
don't,
Jack,
I don't,
Jack,
I
Jack,
can't.
Jack, Jack. Is it a better idea to play them in release order? Yes. Is it a funnier idea to start with Origins?
I guess. I
Yeah, it
guess,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's a funnier idea. Yes, it is. Jack, you know it is.
It is
You
funny,
understand that it is. Anyway, the boss fights. It's a funnier idea. You know it's a funnier idea. Play
Okay,
Origins.
what's the second worst
Anyway,
one?
Yeah, second
Mr. Sickle.
It's not Mr. Sickle. It's just Sickle.
It's Sickle.
Well, I've always
just
had,
Sickle.
I've always wondered about this. Is
It's cause in the comic Sickle is a girl.
okay. Well, then never mind then. I was wondering if Mr. Hammer is really Mr. Hammer or if he is just Hammer and the only person who ever calls him Mr. Hammer is Harley Quinn, who just likes to add the Mr. prefix. Like, she says Mr. J all the time instead of Joker.
Yeah.
So
So
maybe
that
it
could
is
be
just
true,
Hammer
but
and Sickle.
in the comics they're just called Hammer and Sickle, but I do think the character model in like the gallery is called Mr. Hammer.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Um,
Myth busting right there.
Yep.
Also, I only did the ones that were listed in the Wikipedia. So
Bet you missed one then.
I
Okay,
might
let's
have
talk.
missed
Can we talk
one.
about the one you missed last? I'm
Yes, because I think I know.
Penguin Titan Henchman
Mm-hmm.
is at number 3. What do you guys think about that one?
I don't have an opinion
Yeah,
on the Titan Henchman.
4,
3,
yeah.
4,
They're
3.5.
It's like from Arkham Asylum.
All right. Then we have Mr. Hammer.
Okay.
That's
Then we have
4.
4.
the Mad Hatter encounter.
I would give that
Honestly?
a 3. I think I prefer fighting Mr. Hammer to the
Really?
Mad Hatter.
I was gonna give that a 6. I think that's a pretty cool like that. I enjoyed that quest. I think
It's
that's
a cool sequence, but he just stands in the corner like I'm mind controlling you, and then
Well,
you punch him.
I don't know. I think that aesthetically, it really makes up for like the lack of depth and
yeah.
gameplay.
It's just cool.
No, I agree, it's awesome, but like for me, like I would prefer fighting Mr. Hammer, because it's really cool to see like because with like the beatdown you do to him, it's like Batman is like chipping away at this like huge man.
Yeah.
Like Hammer and Sickle both tower over Batman and are both like physically more built than him. But Batman's like, I'm gonna be a little guy and punch him.
Well, the thing is, I think that Mad Hatter is to combat sections what Scarecrow is to stealth sections.
Okay.
The difference is aesthetic and like flair, because the gameplay is the same, and there's not really a lot of difference or like.
Well,
you
the
know.
Scarecrow sections play pretty differently than like a Predator section.
Well, they are 2D, which does.
They're parkour.
It's a lot of platforming, but it's still at its core a Predator section, and the only like real difference to that, there's not a ton of like clear cut mechanics. It's just you run around and platform in different ways, which you do in the main game anyway, and try not to get caught. But after Mad Hatter is the Joker Clayface encounter in the steel mill.
I would give that a 7, because the way that usually goes, at least for me, is at the end it's a 1v3 versus Mr. Hammer, Clayface Joker, and the Titan Goon. and I think that's really fun to juggle this immortal, what is just an immortal regular goon, and then two actual threats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would give it an 8.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
this is pretty much the same reason, but I think that's a great final battle.
Well, third to final battle.
Okay, are we counting? So we're counting all Clayface stuff separately here.
Yeah, because
Okay.
there's a pause, and because after that you go to Wonder Tower, then go back to fight Clayface
Oh,
again.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll still give it an 8 though. Still like it.
Well, the thing is, I think the Joker NPC plays so much like how a Joker boss fight would go, and I really do like that. It's tricky and slippery, and I like it.
Yeah.
After that is Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah,
That's an 8. That's another 8 for me.
yeah, I'd give that a 7.
And then above that, I have Clayface.
Yeah, 8.
That's an
And
8.
then above that, I have the Penguin and Solomon Grundy fight, which I think goes so fucking hard.
I agree.
I like
And
that
then-
fight, but I'm putting it to a 7. I don't know,
I'm gonna give
good.
it a 9.
but
I'd give it an 8. And then at the top, we have the true 10. We have the true 10. Mr. fucking Freeze himself.
10. You did
10.
forget one.
okay.
Which
Well, can we
one?
talk about the Mr. Free? Like, just spend a second to talk about like why it's
Yes.
one of the best like action adventure boss fights out there.
Okay, first things first, it does Mr. Freeze so well. The fact that Oracle calls Batman is like, hey, don't try to fight him head on. He is better than you. Is such a cool little moment before the fight. And the whole gimmick is that he adapts to your strategy. I think there are 18 different ways you can hurt him, and every time you do one to him, he is now immune to it for the rest of the fight.
Yes, and every single difficulty increases the amount of takedowns you need to do on him by 3. So on easy, you need to use 3 takedowns on him. Normal, it's 6, and then hard, it's 9, I believe.
New Game Plus, it's 12. You
Yeah.
have to do a ton on New Game Plus.
Which
And
is
that-
fucking awesome.
Rules.
Yeah.
It's just
one thing-
so creative for a
Um,
boss fight.
An example of one of my favorite things about the New Game Plus fight specifically is if you play like as worse as possible but still win, you only have enough because some takedowns require like the same environment, like the ledge takedowns. And is glide kick one of them? I don't remember, but there's 2 things you can do from the ledge. One of them triggers him to freeze the ledge and one doesn't. So if you're not playing properly, you could have him freeze the ledge before you've finished using it. So you have to make sure to like, you still have enough if you mess up, but there is a route in which you have in which you only have enough to take him out.
Yeah. And I think the cool thing about this fight is it doesn't start at the beginning of the fight. The setup for this fight goes way back, because initially when you're finding Mr. Freeze, you do go to the GCPD building and you do look around. You have a stealth section in the same arena that you fight Mr. Freeze in. So it's familiarizing yourself with the intricacies of the arena.
Yeah, they give you time to learn about it.
Which is fucking awesome. I like that because it does... It helps later on.
Yeah, knowing the
when you're
arena
mapping it out.
really matters.
Also gives you time to fuck it up. You could explosive drill all the walls prematurely, and then you don't have any explosive walls to use on Mr. Freeze later.
Yeah.
Wow, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
I feel like this fight is one of the ultimate times that a video game, like, I know it's kind of a bit to say like, oh, it really makes you feel like Batman.
But it does!
But this is how you imagine a superhero like Batman, who's known for his craftiness and his, creativity when taking down a villain who is stronger than him on paper. Like, that is what you do in the game. Like, that is what you are doing. That's what you're doing. You are really... It rules.
I love fights where the enemies adapt. It's incredible. I love systems in games where enemies adapt in general because it makes it feel so much more personal and it makes it feel so much more like real. It makes it feel like you're fighting a nemesis, and they understand what's going on, and they're like trying to think through it just as much as you are, because it really feels like Mr. Freeze is in there, and he has his brain on trying to fucking use all of his gadgets, which is the same exact thing that you're doing.
Yeah, it's a fun little, it's a battle of the gadgets.
Yeah, it is.
Mr. Freeze should really get a better way to protect his face than a very easily punchable sheet of glass.
Yep. I'm about to do something very stupid. I'm about to do something very stupid, and I will say this to the audience. Hello, audience.
Hey, it's me, the audience.
Hey, you guy, audience man. Hello. I'm telling you something right now. I've been looking around on this little website. I won't say what it is right now. For a little while. Had one idea, went out the window, but now I have another idea. So if we get three comments on this video, our Arkham City Part 1 review, by the time Arkham City Part 2 comes out, I am going to spend $100 on the website Cameo to have the voice actor for Mr. Freeze say Arkham City
He's
more
not,
like Arkham Shitty.
He's not gonna say it, Quentin.
No, he's on...
He's on Cameo?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
He's not gonna agree to that, I feel like.
I don't know, people do some crazy stuff on
do.
Cameo.
They do. Well, I don't know. Maybe it might be worth
we
a
will
try.
If that
It might
happens,
be
we
worth
will
it.
try.
Yeah.
In
We will
his
give it a shot.
bio, it says keep it PG-13 or cleaner.
You're allowed to say, right?
I think that means he'll say it.
Yeah.
I think it means he'll say it.
I think it means he'll say it.
Exactly. And I think I think it's good. I think we're good.
That's a great idea. Okay, we're gonna.
Okay,
try.
time for the bit. Time for bit alarm. Quentin
Holy
forgot
shit.
a villain. Quentin
Yeah,
forgot.
I
Quentin
did
forgot.
forget. I did forget. Which one? Which one?
So, this is one I'd never considered a boss fight until I learned the developers did, and now I agree with them because I've thought about it a lot. The Predator section at the top of Wonder Tower, Hugo Strange can interact with it.
I thought
A lot of
about
people
that.
don't. A lot of people don't even know this, but Hugo Strange has full 360 vision, and if you expose yourself for like an amount of time, he'll see you and just instantly be like, "Hey guys, he's over there," and they consider that to be a Hugo Strange fight.
You know what? I would
'Cause
agree with that.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Have you guys ever done the cool thing in
The cool thing,
the cool thing in the encounter where you can try and
open the door
cryptograph-
prematurely.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, my favorite
Oh,
thing
wow.
is to freeze blast one of the last henchmen and then just open it without taking him out.
Yep.
I've never done that. That's good.
It's great because if there are goons left, Hugo Strange is like, he's opening the door, come help, stop him, and
He
just
gets
like
so fucking scared.
I've literally done it with like the freeze blast goon is like within 5 feet of me, so Hugo Strange can just see him frozen. He's like, just get Batman.
Dog,
He's
you
going
moron.
to fucking kill me.
Dog.
Yeah.
Then Batman just fucking kicks the shit out of him. What skin do you guys use?
I like Batman Beyond skin. There are a lot. How many are there? There's like 15?
Something like that.
Yeah,
I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up.
Gonna be honest, my personal opinion on the skins in Arkham City is unlike Arkham Knight. A lot of them look like very tacky and like low detail. It looks like
Yeah.
they're
That's
modded
exactly
into
why I
the game.
love
I'm
not gonna lie.
There
That's why I
are 4
love
that I
some of
really, or 3 that I really like, and the rest I actually hate.
Yep.
I like Batman Beyond, Batman Incorporated, And I like the Sinestro suit, even though it very much
That
has
one's
the
cool.
it looks kind of shitty vibe. I still really like
But
it.
that works. That works.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I despise. A lot of people love this one, and I know part of it is because it looks dumb. But the animated series
It's
costumes for all these characters look so
I
bad.
love
they're
them.
bad.
I
They're terrible.
genuinely
They,
love
ugh.
them. They're
They
I agreed with you guys the first time I looked at them. I was like, "What is this? Like, this looks stupid." And then I just started to play with them, and they're funny. They're silly. I just like
no,
them.
See,
Jack, you're
they're-
right. They do look funny and silly. They just suck.
My-
I'm a fan. I've been converted into a fan.
they're better than the Arkham Origin suits, but every single suit in Arkham Knight looks better than any of these. Even the Arkham Knight suits that I don't like, that's just because I don't like the suit, not because the models look funky.
Yeah. Well, that leads me to... Have you guys ever played a version of these games that are not the Return to the Asylum?
Yes.
Yeah?
I played this game when it first came out on my brother's Xbox 360.
So something that's famously said is that these remasters of the games look worse than the original games. And I have looked at footage. I've never played it. I want to play it on PC eventually. But the original looks so much better. The
It
models
does look better.
so much better.
I don't think it is an issue to the point of like I think just because it's usually cheaper and it has all like the DLC included and stuff. I think if you can get the Return to Arkham bundle, I think that is a better deal than buying the two original copies.
I have an argument against that.
But I do agree that the older one looks better.
Guys,
I don't know the specific prices. But
I don't know. Is the one on Steam the Return to Arkham edition, or is that the
I
classic?
think the one on Steam
that's
is
the
the
one I
original.
Okay,
Yeah.
then that's
Steam
the
is
one I
original.
played. Okay,
Yeah.
You get all the DLC if you get like the Game of the Year edition on Steam. It's like $5 when it's on sale.
Nice. Then I
okay.
disagree. Then I'm wrong. I take it back.
But the thing that I'm saying, that's not good. That's not a good thing because that means that the Catwoman DLC is hardwired into your game, and now you have these annoying fucking Catwoman sections in
I
between
like
all
the
of the major
Catwoman
plot.
sections.
But they're placed. Okay.
I like them. I think they're good. They're fun.
They interrupt
Were
the
those
tension
not
of
in the original
major
game?
No,
They-
it's a DLC.
they-
I didn't they've been inserted into the middle of the story. They're required.
You can play them. You can if you download the DLC. You could for okay. How do I explain this? You played them separately. You played them separately. They were not in the main story. They were like side quests.
Yeah.
Really? So like
Yeah.
the stuff is that all the Catwoman stuff or just some of
Yeah,
it?
all the Catwoman
Like the stuff with
missions.
Poison Ivy, like
Yep.
that's
that's
bonus.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
wait, we didn't talk about the Poison Ivy boss fight. It's not good.
Yeah, no, it sucks. Especially since it comes at like a major point in the story.
I
and
did not
interrupts
know
it.
that was bonus. I thought that was just part of. I thought they were just cutting away like to build tension for them.
Yeah, Jack. You know the beginning moments of the game. You know the first things
Yeah.
that you're introduced
Yeah.
to.
It's Catwoman.
Catwoman, not
I-
there. Wasn't not there originally.
Wow, that's
I
super weird.
I think it is a good change. I like it. I think that's a fun opening tutorial. If that got rid of the second tutorial when you switch to Batman, I think it would be a fun subversion tutorial that would be better than what we actually have if
But
as
you would miss out
Catwoman
on
you just had
Punching
to.
Penguin. You would miss out on Punching Penguin.
Yep.
Well, no, not like skip that. Skip like the when it pops up on screen, press X to like punch and triangle to counter or square to punch.
But the thing is, it's the original tutorial, and so many people I know who have played this game don't even know. Like Jack did not even know that those were not originally in the game.
I
it's
knew,
just
but I
hardwired
think
into
it's
your game.
I think it's a good change. I think it's a good change.
I don't mind it at all. I mean, I thought it was just part of the game.
And that's fine. That's okay. Like that again, my first experience, I originally thought that too. Um, but then I found myself thinking because I got stuck on the Poison Ivy boss fight, and I was like, "Fuck! This awesome thing just happened. I want to see what's happening now. I don't care about this side plot." And for people that don't, they have no way of getting rid of it when it comes to like the Game of the Year or the Return to Arkham stuff. They have no way to just play the game through. I think I don't have a problem with it, and I really do like some of the elements with the Catwoman gameplay, except for the traversal, which sucks. But
It is the
Oh,
big like in the like PS4 Spider-Man game. It is the Miles Morales Mary Jane segment issue of like, wow, this is kind of fun, but it would be more fun if I just kept playing as Spider-Man. Like I think I wish you could turn it off. Cuz I don't I like them being there. I probably would never turn it off, but I'd like to have the option.
exactly.
yeah.
It's different from the Miles Morales and Mary Jane sections where it's not meant to be in the original game. So the thing is, they can't retroactively change anything about the plot. The Miles Morales and Mary Jane sections are important story elements that develop the main narrative. But
I like when Mary Jane gets a taser and you can just tase people.
that's true. I like the
And it's more effective than any weapon Spider-Man uses.
I like the part in Tombstone's little warehouse. I love the Tombstone side quest in
That's a
Spider-Man.
good game.
That's a
Part
fantastic
2, we should
game.
just talk about that game.
I
Yeah.
we well, there's side.
Uh,
So, is there anything else we want to talk about in part 1 of this, or should we like go? Like, I feel like we should either talk about more stuff now, or we should tease what we're going to talk about.
I think we should save side quests
Yes.
and all of the fun ring stories we're gonna do for next time.
Yeah.
Yes. And also Catwoman like post game content as well.
I think okay. Do we want to wrap up with that here? Because I don't think I've already said a good deal about it. I could do another fun summary. Do we want to do that here? Because I don't think that'll take too long.
Sure.
Sure, let's close it with that.
Okay. I'll do a quick summary, then if we have anything to say about it, we can go back. So, traveling back in time to my previous thing, Batman and Catwoman high five. Batman goes to go get the Joker, and Catwoman is like, I'm going to do other stuff. So she's like, okay, I want to break into the vault where all of the supervillain stuff is kept and get my 2 duffel bags full of money that belong to me. So first things first, I'm gonna go get my gear from my house, which is just in Arkham City. Sucks to be Catwoman.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Then she goes to get Poison Ivy. Like, hey, Poison Ivy, could you open the vault for me? I also hilariously thought about getting Killer Croc, which I think would have made for a much more entertaining quest
Yeah.
if Catwoman just wanted to do. It was like, hey, Killer Croc, you want to rob a bank
That
with
would be
me?
an elite team up.
Poison Ivy says no because you killed a flower, and then Catwoman's like, hey, there's a flower in the vault, I'll get it for you. And Poison Ivy goes, good point. Then she busts the vault open, and Catwoman sneaks in, takes out the guards. Then you have a fun pair of options. The first choice is, do you leave Poison Ivy's plant and not take it like you promised, or do you pick it up and then destroy it?
Yep.
I usually just leave it there, just because either way it's a dick move. And then you step out of the vault, and there's just a live feed of Batman crushed under a building.
Yep.
And you have to decide if you're gonna leave Arkham City, which just ends the game early, or if you're gonna go save him.
Yeah, you could just bad ending right there if you want to.
Yep.
My favorite thing about that is it implies that, like, for the 8 hours that Protocol 10 was counting down, no, 9, because Protocol 10 was happening when
That's
Catwoman
10.
robbed the bank, and it was 1 hour away when she went to see
I mean,
Poison Ivy.
it's a 10
So
hour
Catwoman was just held upside down for 9 hours just talking with Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
Protocol. During the whole game, there's Hugo Strange. That I love this. It really adds to the atmosphere and like the feel of the game. But there's just constant Hugo Strange. Protocol 10 will commence in an hour. Like counting down. It's a good. It's kind of fun.
It's fun. It's fun.
The mystery of Protocol 10 is something that I really wish that I could get back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
It's
felt-
honestly kind of a disappointment. It's just like, I have helicopters and I'm going to shoot everyone.
It could be. They build it up like, oh, it could be anything. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna kill everybody.
What? Okay. This is an interesting question I want to pose to you guys. What do you did you guys have any theories when you were first playing the game through of what you thought Protocol 10 was? Because I had two.
I had one thing that I thought it was, and one thing I retroactively wish it was. Thing I thought it was, like, as stated, Protocol 10 was going to be in case the prisoners tried to escape.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking maybe he's like, "Don't worry, guys, I have a like a fail safe in case they try to escape." But in actuality, Protocol 10 was just like, "Open the gates."
Yep.
And what I really would have liked is like, imagine Protocol 10 goes off, then like a cloud of like gas released from Wonder Tower goes off. Now all the goons are monster men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did the Monster Men theory too.
I
I
didn't think that. I wished that.
I feel like my mind first went to something Titan related because it's such a big theme in both Arkham Asylum and in the game.
Well,
Yeah.
Titans were kind of a reference to Hugo Strange's Monster Men.
Yeah, which we've talked about extensively. If you want to check.
Oh yeah, we did.
The thing is, there's a lot of evidence to support that in the game. At first, I thought the arms deal that Joker was doing with Hugo was for the Titan research, like data, so that he could get it and recreate the Titan formula. This was my initial theory before I even had read Batman issue 1. I knew nothing of Hugo Strange's Monster Men.
There's also the other series where it's when Clayface is good and Hugo Strange attacks the city with a bunch of monster men. There are other stories.
Oh yeah. Read that since. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Lots of very good art. Lots of very good designs. I also thought that one of them was just to detonate Wonder Tower, which eventually happened.
It did happen.
It was just one protocol.
Yeah,
off.
that was Protocol 11.
I thought Wonder Tower was a rocket. I thought it was gonna go into space.
Oh my!
That would be Batman Arkham Galaxy.
I love the idea of Hugo Strange who is like he gets everyone in the prison. He's like, okay, my job is done. Protocol 10, I'm going on a vacation in space.
Well, okay, I wanna because this was my second theory after I'd wandered into like Wonder City, and I was like, there's all of this like
Robots.
robots and City of Tomorrow stuff going on.
And Ra's al Ghul is reading over the radio.
Yeah, and one of like the periods where that was so super popular was in that like space race like technology era where American scientists were just trying to come up with whatever they could to outdo other world powers.
Russia.
Yeah, and then I was like, wait a minute, Wonder Tower kind of looks like a big rocket. And obviously it wasn't Trill, but it would have been interesting to see.
You know what I have to say about that, Quentin?
What?
But that's just a theory.
An actual game theory.
An actual real game theory.
It's not really
I've been saying boom a lot this episode.
Yeah, no, I like
I
it.
hope y'all have been noticing that. Any other theories, or that's all our theories?
I think that was everything we had.
Wait, what were protocols 1 through 9?
9 time.
Damn it! You fucking you ruined my setup.
I stole it. I stole it.
Yeah,
I knew you were going
stole
for it.
Quentin's
You gotta be
Yeah.
better. You gotta be
catchphrase
quicker to the
9
draw.
times.
I was setting up, Will.
We forgot another boss fight. It's the fucking damn near impossible Two-Face boss fight at the end of the game, where he has the rocket or the grenade launcher and it just shreds Catwoman's health.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
My dog just barked. Did you guys
Yeah,
hear that?
I did.
Oh.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't
no.
hear it.
And I
Okay.
haven't played that Two-Face section recently, but am
Yeah, I
I
usually
correct?
just turn off the game after I beat Joker.
Am I
Don't
correct
wanna
in
do it.
saying that once you finish that like post-game Catwoman section, the game like nothing really happens?
Nope. Not a single thing.
Well,
You
there's a
just-
side quest to get your stuff back that he sold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
but
then
that's
once you
bullshit.
get your stuff back,
You have your stuff back.
Yeah,
What do you
nothing-
mean?
there's no like it just there's no conclusion to that it just always bothers me. It feels like you just got to the end. It feels like there should be one more thing you have to do, but there's nothing.
No,
Mhm.
but that's the thing. That's what I mean by Catwoman. Like, just
Yeah.
being inserted there kind of ruins every because I think the original story is paced very precisely to where you're supposed to get hit with something and then you're supposed to get ejected back into the world and you're supposed to be thinking oh, all of these things are happening and you're supposed to process through that. And then no, you're doing a Catwoman section. And the thing is, the Joker fucking dies and you're like, holy shit. And then there's but we have
Now
one
I'm going
more
to go fight Two-Face.
Exactly. And it's just it makes you think that the game is prioritizing the Catwoman Two-Face feud, which is a side tangent thing to the actual real plot of the game, over the impactful moment that just happened. The fucking death of the Joker.
Yeah, the death that final Joker cutscene and everything is just so good that I wish it were the end. That I wish it was the end of the main story. But there's just this I guess it's not the main story. I guess it's DLC. I didn't know it was DLC, but
It doesn't matter.
yeah,
It's Catwoman.
it's fine.
Dude, the Joker is super oversaturated, but fucking god damn, if Joker
Not
deaths
as much as
don't-
Shorty Hopkins and Pete Dumont.
that
We'll point out the references.
the references, yeah.
Arkham City, more like Arkham Shitty, baby.
More like Arkham
Boom.
City. Remember, guys. 3 comments from 3 individual people, and I don't listen. This is hey, Will. What's your brother's name?
Matthew.
Hey, Matthew. I don't want to see you making 3 alternate accounts because you are the only one who ever fucking comments on our videos.
I
And
commented on a video once.
You did comment on a video
Do
once.
we
and
count?
I'm
It
very-
was to point out
very
the
glad
funny
about
noise you
count
made.
we don't count
Ma-
for these cameo comments.
Yeah,
I'm-
I'm
exactly.
not commenting.
I'm
Matthew,
not commenting either.
You, I appreciate you so much because you validate the work that we do on
You
these.
roll, Matthew.
But you can count for up to 1 comment, and we will know if it's an alt account. We will know.
I went and checked our data. You remember how we had one guy from the Netherlands listen to an episode?
Yeah,
He
He
stopped.
never came back. He only
Wow.
listened to one episode.
that sucks.
I know.
Our
He didn't
Spotify
even get us
data's
to hear how much we appreciated him.
Yeah, come back. Come back. We need
I also
to.
thought maybe that could have been someone using a VPN.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But let's believe. There's no point to life if you don't believe where you can. You know, you gotta
Honestly.
believe the best.
Okay, are we done? How do we wrap
How
up
do we
without
wrap
ending
this
on
up?
a...
There's no
I
Schway.
think we leave it. I think we leave it on a cliffhanger.
Well, Jack, do you have a last AI outro for us?
Oh yes, I do.
Okay,
That's
we
a
can
great
finish up
ending.
with that, and then that means when
Okay.
we finish up next episode, Quentin will do his very good, incredible improv outro.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the last of the 3
I believe this was write an outro for a funny Batman podcast.
Yeah, and no, this one's write an outro for a funny Batman podcast called It's Schway, It's Schwarbage. So it knows.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all for this week's episode of It's Schway, It's Schwarbage. We'll be back next week with more hot takes on the Caped Crusader and his many, many enemies. Until then, stay safe and don't forget to Gotham.
That actually goes
That one
fucking hard.
Don't forget to Gotham?
That's really what it gave me. It
I
really
love
spit
that.
that one out. This one really made me think that the AIs may be taking over. Because I am impressed by this one.
In episode 30, we're going to replace one of us with an AI, and we're not going to tell the audience.
Is the AI the devil?